Hi, Brian Boyle here with Work Well Prevention and Care. Today I'm going to talk to you about how you would look at an employee's injury from the total employee experience of the injury rather than just looking at the disorder or the musculoskeletal wellness. So typically we define musculoskeletal wellness as the absence of illness or pain in the muscle, nerve, tendon, whatever it may be. And musculoskeletal disorder is kind of that impairment or the limitation in function that the employee may be experiencing. Well, those two by themselves, when they're siloed into the entire injury experience, they are good enough, okay, to actually kind of treat and remove the pain from the experience, right? And that's what we've typically done. This the typical medical model is get rid of the pain, the person should go back to normal, the comp claim is then shut off, it's closed out and things go well. The downside of looking at that only and being siloed is that it does take away from the entire experience of the employee and the employee's injury. So say the employee is at work, they get hurt, and now they are not only in pain, but now they need surgery. So we know that there's a claim filed, this person is going to go through this whole process. Well, what happens to the things like the financials? Okay, what happens to the emotional? What happens to the physical? What happens to the intellectual and the spiritual? Those are all things that, when taken into the entire experience, open up all new issues. Okay, so that even after maybe it's months, maybe it's a year, all of these things have compounded to take into the account the entire injury and the entire experience of the employee. So if there was a financial setback, if there was, now the financial has turned into it's an emotional because there's been fighting at the house. Maybe they're struggling because they're missing payments. They're not paying their rent or their mortgage. Okay, maybe whatever it is really kind of turned into an emotional crisis now that they're so stressed out that they've got this new high blood pressure issue that is secondary. But directly related to this new injury or the previous injury that occurred. All of these things, when taken into consideration, do really kind of paint the picture of what your employee is actually going through. And if you're not where you want to be with your safety culture, maybe it's time to actually take a look at the entire employee experience of what happens when an injury occurs. And if you're looking for some help, WorkWell can help. If you go to workwell.com, we'll be happy to help you figure out what's right for your safety team and actually take a look and see, does the total worker health experience actually make sense? Till next time, we'll see you again. Take care.